I'm very into Italian pasta sauce recipes this month, and to top off the list that we have made, we're going to add an Alfredo sauce to it because I've got such wonderful new peas in my garden and some absolutely gorgeous oregano and a few marvelous fresh chives. So what we're going to need is chives, new peas, oregano, 2 to 3 cloves of garlic, 1 onion, diced and chopped up into fairly large pieces, so half of it chopped up into fairly large pieces and half of it diced, and a punnet of mushrooms sliced. You're going to need a little black pepper. You see I've put black pepper onto the mushrooms, and a little coarse sea salt. You can also add a little nutmeg to this. In addition to these ingredients, you're also going to need ingredients to make a white sauce, and if you watch any of our previous videos, you will see we have in at least 3 of our videos the perfect method of making a white sauce using butter or margarine, flour and milk. The only difference when making an Alfredo sauce is we're going to add cream and yogurt to our sauce. We're going to halve the milk we would normally use and replace it with cream and yogurt. In a heavy-based saucepan, stir-fry your mushrooms and onions with your nutmeg, black pepper and salt. You can use about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Do not overcook your mushrooms and your onions. Your onions should be just translucent, a little transparent. Nothing should be browned. Do not add your garlic or your peas at this point. And now what we're going to do is divide our mushrooms in half, put half in the blender and reserve half for a little later. Melt 3 tablespoons of butter or margarine in a heavy based saucepan, and then remove from the stove and add 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Stir the flour into the butter until it's smooth. You can add a little salt and pepper, and then while it's still off the heat, add to it a half a cup of milk and a half a cup of cream, whipping cream, mixed with 3 tablespoons of natural organic plain yogurt. As you can see here, I've got 1 cup in which I have mixed 3/4 of a cup of whipping cream or double cream with 3 tablespoons of natural organic yogurt, and in the other cup I have fat-free milk. Now you're going to add half a cup of that and half a cup of that to your stock pot before you put it back onto the stove, and stir until it's absolutely smooth before you return it to the stove. Then you're going to add the rest of your milk and your cream gradually until it thickens, which usually occurs when the mixture starts to boil. Stir your white sauce constantly to make quite certain you have no lumps. Then add the entire contents of your saucepan to your blender with half your mushrooms and onions. In the pan that you've reserved half your mushroom mixture, add your garlic and your new peas, and you're going to stir fry that for about 1 to 2 minutes, keeping your peas crisp. You're now going to put that white sauce into your blender over your mushrooms. You can add a half a stock cube, a vegetarian stock cube, or if you do eat meat, a chicken stock cube. In South Africa we've got these marvelous little stock pots which have fresh stock in. You can use half of a stock pot. I don't know if they have that anywhere else in the world, but it's absolutely marvelous. At the risk of being somewhat repetitive, the way to release your leaves from your oregano stalk is to simply pull your fingers back over the stalk of the herb to release the leaves. Add your oregano or your oregano leaves to your pan and fry for a further minute, no more. Then you're going to add the blended mushroom, cream and white sauce mixture to your pan. Combine your blended mushroom, cream, yogurt and white sauce mix with your mushrooms and onions, your peas and your oregano in your pan. You can heat it briefly for 1 to 2 minutes. Do not boil this sauce. When you're ready to serve, you're going to add your chives, which you can snip up with the kitchen scissors, and you're going to put it over something like a butternut panzotti or a screw type noodle or even a spaghetti mix. We're going to be serving our Alfredo sauce with a little sun-dried tomato and olive panzotti, which we'll show you how to make in a later video. And we've added the chives to it, and you can serve it with a little fresh Parmesan shavings. Enjoy.